Hi guys, welcome back to R&R Sugar Farm. So in today's video, it's all about the kids, which I think you can hear, and about an update on Tootsie. The weather got really warm for the last couple of weeks here, and then it just like plummeted to where the low last night was in the 20s, and yesterday was like 85, and then last night was like 28. So it's still February for here in Northwest Arkansas, but that's the way our weather works. So anyway, first I'm going to show y'all how the babies are doing. And then I'm going to give y'all an update on Tootsie. So Tootsie can now be let out of her kidding stall for a couple of hours during the day. She's still isolated by herself to the barn, but she is doing really well. And the other goats come and see her and everything, but she's feeling much better, as you can see, and that's as much interaction as she gets with the adults. Oh, no. Let's make sure and lock this real quick, just to make sure that we don't get any accidental breakouts. There we go. Our handy dandy little homemade lock. That way she can't push her way through, and the other guys can't push their way in. So here's some of the other mamas, like Sylvie, well, Mac's Mac, but you got like Blossom and Mac. All the cold weather brings some stuff. Hi Tootsie, how are you doing? Do you want to tell everybody that you're doing like really good? Yeah. That you're off all your pain meds and you're off all your antibiotics now. And she just kind of trots around. So she's doing good though. Unfortunately, with that little single doe, her udder is getting a little lopsided. So we are going to start milking her this week, which that'll be a separate video because we are still getting our milk machine set up, and I can show you all that. So during the day, we have been kicking the mamas out of the kidding stalls for a couple of hours. This weekend, as long as we don't have any more goats to kid, like here in the next couple of days, this weekend we're planning to make some more kidding pens using our hog panels, and they will probably go in this area. I think we can get at least 2 in there, and we thought about doing it in this pen where you can hear all of the little baby goats going foot crazy. They're exercising. It's a good space for them to run and jump and have good time. But they, we thought about doing it here, but with our weather still going up and down, we decided to just keep this the right setup that it is for the babies. And then until we can get an outside pen set up secured for the babies, because Nigerian dwarf goat kids can squeeze through anything that like a cat could. So very small space. You got to make sure that you don't have any holes. Alright, so let me show y'all what we're doing with the milk stuff. Okay, so we cleared this pen out, and we've got some barrels stored here. We've got a shelf set up and everything. Here's our milk machine in all of its glory. We've got a couple of final touches that we've got to make to set it up in this area, and then we'll bring in our milk stand and set somewhere in this area. Haven't quite figured it out, but we'll fine tune it and everything. But we are good with except for just kind of some final tweaks here. We're good to get milking this week, and we're gonna do that to try to help some of these girls with lopsided udders. We try to avoid lopsided udders the best we can, but with like some singles will nurse off of both sides, and they won't favor one side to the other, and so it won't become lopsided. Sometimes it's different story, and the kids, either it'll be a really good producing dam to where she has too much milk to where the kid can't keep up, which that's Tootsie's issue, because her doling is nursing off of both sides and draining both sides, but there's so much milk that she can't keep up. And so we are not going to separate just for Tootsie's well-being and her doling's well-being. We are not going to separate at night to begin with whenever we milk. Usually whenever we milk, we dual milk to where we separate starting around 2 weeks of age. We will take the kids, we will put them in a pen like the one that they are in, and we will kick the moms out overnight, and then we will milk the moms in the morning, and then we will put the kids with their moms for during the day. Our setup this year is a little bit different because we normally aren't kidding in February with our Nigerians. We're normally kidding in March. And so our weather patterns have been a little wacky, and that makes it a little bit more difficult for our outside nursing pens, is what we call them. So everyone has been in the barn in separate pens and everything, which, my gosh, they're going nuts. With and that has worked, but as we get closer to some more due dates, we're running out of space for these other 5 does that we've got that will be kidding here in the next few weeks. So so we're just trying to figure out how to make it all work. But anyway, so that's what's going on around here, and I hope that y'all like the video. Please hit that like and subscribe, and we will catch y'all next time. Bye. Here are all the little babies going nuts, so